Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into how to build genuine, unshakable confidence. And look, this isn't about faking it till you make it. This is about actually mastering your inner world so you can show up as your most powerful self. You know, we always see this image of power, right? The cool, calm leader who never seems to break a sweat. But what does being cool-headed really mean? Because there's this huge myth that it means you're cold or you just don't have emotions. So if it's not about being some kind of emotionless robot, then what is it? Well, real confidence is something way deeper, way more authentic. It's this quiet, solid strength that's so much more powerful than just putting on a brave face. Okay, let's get right into it. To build that real confidence, first, we've got to bust the biggest myth that holds people back. This whole idea that confidence means being cold-blooded. And here is the absolute key. Genuinely confident people are not robots. They feel all the things: stress, pressure, frustration, you name it. The real difference? They've learned how to notice their emotions and manage them, instead of letting their emotions run the show. It's all about control, not suppression. So how in the world do you get that kind of control? Well, that brings us to our next point. This whole journey to lasting confidence, it doesn't start by looking outside for validation. It actually starts with taking a good, honest look inside. You just can't build a solid house on a shaky foundation, right? Well, this self-analysis, this is you building your foundation. It's about figuring out how you tick. What are your core values? What really drives you? What are you proud of? And yeah, what are your weaknesses and fears? Getting real about all of this is step one. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. The point of looking at yourself isn't to judge yourself. It's about accepting the whole picture. True self-acceptance isn't about pretending you're perfect. It's about embracing all of it, the good, the bad, the messy. That is the bedrock of real confidence. All right, so now that we have that foundation of self-awareness, we can move on and start using the number one tool for this transformation, actually mastering your emotions. Emotional intelligence, or EQ. This is the practical toolkit for mastering that inner world we've been talking about. It's what lets you take all that self-knowledge and actually use it, especially when things get tough. And let me tell you, getting a handle on this is a total game changer. What's so cool here is that EQ isn't some fuzzy, abstract idea. It's actually broken down into these 5 solid skills that you can build. See how it starts with you, understanding yourself, regulating yourself, and then it expands outward to understanding and connecting with other people. And here are some real, in-the-moment things you can do to start building that self-regulation muscle. So when you feel that wave of emotion coming, anger, anxiety, whatever, you don't have to just be swept away by it. Simple things, like just focusing on your breath for a minute or going for a quick walk, can give you just enough space to respond thoughtfully instead of just reacting. Okay, so we've done the internal work. Now let's talk about how all that inner mastery actually shows up when you're dealing with other people. Let's talk about confident communication. A huge skill here is assertiveness. People get this confused with aggression all the time, but they are worlds apart. Aggression is about steamrolling people to get what you want. Assertiveness, on the other hand, is about finding a solution where everybody feels heard and respected. It's standing up for yourself without stepping on anyone else. And this right here is one of the most powerful, simple tools you can use. When you use iMessages, you're not pointing fingers or blaming. You're just explaining how something makes you feel. It completely changes the dynamic and opens up a real conversation instead of just making someone defensive. And that brings us to our final section, pulling all of this together to build a confidence that actually lasts. We've looked at all the pieces. Now let's see how they create a clear roadmap to real, enduring self-assurance. So this is the path we've basically walked through together. And notice the flow here. It all starts inside with understanding and accepting yourself. From that solid ground, you learn to manage your emotions and communicate with confidence. All of that builds self-respect. And you know what? When you truly respect yourself, earning respect from others just kind of happens naturally. So if you take one thing away from all of this, let it be this. Confidence isn't a finish line you cross. It's a practice. It's a journey. Think of it like a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it gets. So don't worry about being perfect. Just focus on making a little bit of progress. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question. Don't try to change everything all at once. Just looking back at everything we covered, what is one small, manageable thing you can do today to get started? Just pick one, because your transformation, it starts right now.